Whoops. Alright, seems like there'll be a box up here. Nope. 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 Darn. That was wrong. I'm completely bamboozled. This stage looks pretty cool. There's not that many stages that have enclosures around here. They're all pretty much open-ended. I like the enclosed stages. Gives me a sense of individuality. Got it. That guy needs to chill out. He needs to stop doing a Harlem Shake every time he gets hit. Look at that guy. Hey, it's Minnie Kamui, Wendy Weevil. Okay. Oh shoot, Miranda's pretty low. We'll have to fix that. Definitely. That's it's pretty random. We're good. We're doing good. Nice. Utility for Miranda. I have something to tell you before we go to Vellweb. It's about Diaz. I see. With this blizzard, it's not a bad time to take a break. Make the world regenerate. Regeneration of the world? Look at Odessa 3 years ago. How did they get through? The world now is rotten like a fallen fruit. Okay, like Yamini. See how hiding a death note underneath that? It has the same smell as the world ruled by Melbu Frama, the ringling dictator. The world where inertia is considered to be peace, and the easy path leads to devolution. The overture to the destruction has already begun. Devolution? You are saying that is the reason why our magic power is deteriorating. It is not only for you, Winglies. It is the danger of all species are facing. Wait, so he's seeking out. Diaz is a human. So why is he talking? Why did he seek him out? Now, how can we regenerate the world? Yeah, how did they meet each other? You Winglies are merely the 107th species. The great will of the Creator so well prepared. The last, the 108th species. The last species is the last god, which will regenerate the world and lead us to utopia. How did Lloyd and Emperor Diaz collude? Count 108 years. When the moon that never sets glares red, the Moonchild descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The Moonchild of this legend is the last species. It is the god that gives a holy bliss to the world. That's not true. It is the truth. Then why does the black monster continue to kill the Moonchild? That devil wants to stop the evolution after imagining himself scorched to the death by the blessed light brought by the last species. Lloyd, what is the relationship between the divine moon objects you have been pursuing and the birth of the Moonchild? The ancient Winglies feared their status as the supreme species would end and sealed up the 108th species. The keys to dissolving the signet are the gem, dagger, and mirror, named after the moon. I'm just going to take a moment here to question how they got firewood or where they got it from. It's not a big thing that they need to explain, but I'm just wondering. Well, those are probably branches of some sort. Or straws, I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know, I'm not a camper. I'm just trying to admire the scenery. It looks like the rib cages of a mammoth are holding the cave together somehow. Maybe there's just previous lives that decayed and rotted in here. Albert is sitting down on something. I don't see quite what it is. Miranda's just being uptight. Same with Rose. I like the scenery with them just sitting in here, being protected from the nature. I would like to see more of that. Of them just group planning and more environments like this that give them an enclosure where they have time to reflect in a meaningful way like this. I like this. I like it. Really like it. Because when you have open environments and open stages where just nothing but field and deserts like that, it's really hard to get immersed into the scene. You were going to release the Moonchild. In other words, the god, using the divine moon objects. If I don't do it, somebody else will. Even the last god cannot escape from fate, determined by Soa. That is all that I wanted to tell you. The rest will be told by Diaz. If you desire utopia, why did you take Shauna away? What is Shauna to you? All the truth will be told in Vellweb. Alright, it's over. Oh, okay. Maybe just need Hashio to get bit. So Lloyd met Emperor Diaz somehow. Since Emperor Diaz, it seems like Diaz is the one that sought Lloyd out. And the fact that they made it into Cadessa, or the Forbidden Land, the ruins without a name that has a name. The fact that they made it into that sacred place, it makes me wonder. Perhaps Lloyd was originally from the Ringing Forest. Would that make sense? If Lloyd was from the Wingly Forest, the same place as Miru, that does raise the question as to why they don't know each other and why Miru's never heard of his name. But I suppose that it's not that big of a mystery, considering that not everybody knows everybody's name. So what I'm getting from this is that Lloyd was from Miru's hometown. They're from the same place. And Lloyd is the one that snuck in and got I forget the name of the story. He's the one that got the Buster Lavitt killing weapon. And we're just gonna nuke them because I don't want to deal with this. We all get a nuke with biscuits. You don't get nuked by Jerky. Seems like Lloyd never really cared until that one point. So he filled his Lloyd's head with that talks about hobbies and stuff. So really, this is all Empress Diaz's doing, all of this 420. Miru blaze it. I want to continue, but I think I also want to save it. So let's continue. Let's say, oh, okay, I wanted to read the sign, but whatever. I have no clue how to do that. Hey, it's your fault, Dart. You slipped, and we all fell and ended up here. Oh. These are the ancient characters of the Winglies. Let me read it. Nicely. The Winglies. Ouch. Mouse. Oops. It's too hard to read. Can you do better than that? I'll try. There are some human characters, too. Gigantos, too. Yeah. I was here just to say that. Congo awesome. I was bad at classics. You read some of them, Rose. cursed land where the decline of Winglies began. Nobody is allowed to touch the door. The judge Namos of the court of Xenobatos. Xenobato, what? It was one of the most prosperous cities of the ancient Winglies. It's over there? No. If my memory is correct, over there should be Fort Magrad. But Vellweb is up there. Let's go back. Quickly. Okay. The cursed land on the decline of the Winglies began. Nobody can touch the door, just normals, but the court is in about the what, huh? Yeah. Yo, you ho, Dart. I thought we have no business in here. But, Mark and Meryl, let's give her a little break. You said this is Fort Magrad. Is this one of the Winglies' ruins too? No, it belonged to humans. It was the land where Diaz declared the war against the Winglies, with tens of thousands of soldiers and 7 dragoons. I heard about it. Alright, let's keep going, enthusiastically. I just hope that there's a save point over here. I think this is... I'm pretty sure this is a side area. Pretty sure. It looks cool, but it really is really agitating. And we just sort of do those challenges, those objectives completely out the window. We have the biggest one, no item shops. That is the mother of all objectives that we need. Start gonna level up. Nope. Stuck at 11. Now let's soul last year, Dart. Nice. It's an attack item. For Miranda. Rose? Dragoons are descending here, in this place again. What we desire is freedom, or give us death. God bless Jesus, God bless Gloriano. I am to bring light to the human's future. I am to pass judgment on the past of the Winglies. I am Diaz. God bless Diaz, God bless Gloriano. God bless Diaz, God bless Gloriano. God bless Diaz, God bless Gloriano. Rose, is there anything wrong? Why you keep saying God bless Diaz, God bless Gloriano? It's freaking me out. Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's move on. We don't need to stay here any longer. It sounds like an invitation to me. Anything involving Rose is pretty much the lore of this game, so let's go through with it. Because it's probably going to be the most exciting thing that we come across. Okay, 3 Mr. Bones. Freaking trash shell. Freaking trash shell. Let's toss this useless thing out. Hey, that's a disc 1 item. It finally gave it to us. Oh, neat. Or rather, how late. So yeah, we're gonna call it here. And we're going to pick back up when we get past the save point. I want to get the box, I want to get the box, I want to get it so bad, but I won't save it. So we're going to go into some Rose backstory, which is always a good thing. It would be nice if we had some Miranda backstory, but yay. So far, all the tidbits that we have about Miranda is that she was abandoned as a child, and her real mother abandoned her. I guess her father too. And that Queen Teresa adopted her. And she feels lonely. And the only member that she really interacts with are Dart and Rose. And that's pretty much all that we got about her. It's pretty much all that we have about her. And she has a sense of honor. I guess he's kind of like Lavitz a bit, but not as cool. So I guess we'll call her Miranda, because he deserves the L in her name. She doesn't deserve the full name of Lavitz. But yeah, she's pretty much female Lavitz, just not as cool, and potentially has a deeper backstory, but we're not being told it right now. We don't know much about Hashel or Congo, or pretty much any of the others either. We got a little bit of Muru, but yeah, we're mostly the most interesting person, I would have to say, is Rose so far. I mean, how can you not say that? Dart's kind of there, but I don't know. It doesn't. His story was kind of all spilled in chapter 1, and we're kind of like in a live acting out up till now, and pretty much every other character is kind of carrying the character lore around, while he pretty much is just the catalyst for prevailing through the arcs, the character arcs. He's pretty much the catalyst that helps everybody succeed. He's the main character. He's the main character of the game that isn't directly tied to the lore of the game, if that makes sense. That's kind of a unique way to take it. You have I don't know if that's the best way to take it, but it's definitely a way to take it, and I think it works depending on who you like in this game. If you like Dart, then you probably like it, but you'll probably say that they could do better. If you like other characters that don't get as much lore, then you'll probably think that the game is kind of lacking. But if you like Rose, then you're probably thinking like, oh man, this is the best game ever. I want there to be a sequel, a prequel. I want this to be at my birthday party. You know, give me a special edition. Yeah, Rose is pretty much carrying the key moments here throughout the entire game. Lavis was cool, but no, she's not here anymore. But yeah, to have a main character where he's not directly tied to the story, and have the supporting characters and the antagonists and the villains carry him through the stories, but he is mainly involved in action scenes to get the credit and to give some speeches here and there, and to basically be the chosen one. Basically, that's pretty much what it is. He gets all the main victories somehow. I still think that there's something missing with him. How he was started the game off being a bit of a coward, running away and insisting that they run away at every encounter. I think that he still hasn't had his payoff from the way he started the game. And the fact that he kind of skipped that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. How he starts off suggesting that they run away, this and that, how they avoid all types of conflict, and then at the end of the scenario, he's always getting the main kill, he's always getting the main victory. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but just have to look past that. I have my own idea for who's really winning the fight, so yeah. So yeah, I kind of enjoy it. The more lore of characters, the better. If Dart were to get more backstory or involvement into the main plot, I wouldn't mind it, but it would have to be something interesting to not have him being overexposed to the point where we no longer want to see him on the screen. I think they've done just enough to keep him where we don't mind that he's getting the glory of everything. We don't necessarily mind, but we are kind of aware of it. And if we got more time, then I think that would have actually taken the game down a few notches. You guys kind of agree with that? Like they've had him just at the right spot where he's the main character, but he's not crossing the line of being overexposed. The downside of that would be that it kind of feels like we don't exactly know who he is. We just know that he's chasing the black monster, and his goal got deviated to helping a town, helping a country, which leads him into taking revenge for a friend, to now that he's trying to save the world. And yeah, so it's good to have a main character be with Rose in there. She's pretty much doing everything that Dart would normally be doing as the main character. But she's doing it and she's not necessarily getting the glory for anything. So I think it kind of balances itself out. Anyways, I'm mumbling and I could go on this all day.